So wanted to make a quick video about my Sony Xperia Z3 compact. Just bought it recently, and I finally installed a screen protector and a case and another accessory that I'm going to talk about here shortly. But just wanted to start off with saying that I know that a lot of people have had a lot of issues with the screens cracking and so forth, and I've had it for about a week now, and I haven't had any issues yet. So I don't know. We'll see. I'll report back if I do. The only issue I have with it so far is the flap that covers the SIM card tends to open up on its own, kind of like the rubber gasket kind of pushes out. So I don't know what I might have to just like super glue it shut or something. But I bought these magnetic charge devices called from Magtron, looks like, which I know you can't see because I'm using my backup phone. In case I break my standard or my normal phone, this is my backup phone to use. But anyways, this case does work just fine with the here. There it goes. The case works just fine with it. I mean, you just have to fiddle around with it a little bit, but it's not like super fragile. Like I can shake it and it's not coming off. But it does go into dock mode, which makes it horizontal, and I think that's pretty cool. So let's talk about a few things. One of the most important things I have on my phone is the Fly Grip. This company that makes this really cool thing called the Fly Grip. And basically, if you look at it, it sticks out a little bit from the phone. So yeah, it makes it a little bit thicker. But what it does is it pops out like this, and with a series of springs and magnets, it allows you to basically prop up the phone. So if you want to watch it in horizontal mode like that, it'll stay propped up, or in vertical mode like that. But more importantly, I bought this whenever my last phone, the Samsung Galaxy S4 Active, and as you can see, I got pretty active with it, and I completely damaged it. It's gone. Anyways, one of the things I didn't like about it, though, the Fly Grip, anyways, was that it had a magnetic part in there, and you won't be able to see it because this camera is really crappy. Actually, you can. If you see right where my middle finger is kind of shaking, right there where I'm kind of scratching at it, there used to be a little magnetic bar that was that big, and that sat in there, and there's also a magnetic or a metal, like a steel plate. Instead of white, that white square, you would see a metal plate. And what would happen is there were two springs that were working against each other, basically to spring this open and keep it open at all times. And whenever you wanted to shut it, you would have to push it, and the magnet would stick to the metal plate on the phone that was attached to the phone. And anyways, first of all, I didn't like that because the biggest reason is because it messed up with the compass. If you go on the Fly Grip's website and you look at their frequently asked questions, one of the questions it says, will this mess up with my phone performance? And they say no, it doesn't, but it really does. It'll change your magnetic like how the magnet responds. In fact, I can even show you here. Alright, I'm gonna put the phone down real quick, and I'm gonna grab something. See? Okay. Alright, so here's that. I just keep all my phone parts all together, so that in case I ever need to fix something or replace it. But I took about an hour today to I took the whole thing apart, and I figured out some things, and I basically redesigned. I basically redesigned the fly grip to what I thought it should be. So let me show you what I did. So here's one of the magnetic plates that used to be on there, right there. Here's a small spring that used to be in the phone or on the fly grip, and I took that out. And then here is the little tiny magnet that went where my thumb was. And anyways, so here I'll show you exactly how much of a difference it makes as far as your accuracy of your compass. Okay, so I downloaded this really cool app that it measures not only where north is, but it also shows you the strength of any magnetic fields that are in the area, right? So you can see it's only 47 micro Teslas, I think is that unit of measurement. And as my phone gets closer and closer, it gets higher and higher. Wow, that's kind of cool. That's interesting. Well, anyways, so here is the fly grip magnet, and I'm just going to put it on my kneecap, so it's right there. And I'm going to keep this phone away from it. So right now it's reading 43 micro Teslas, and you put this right on top of that. Okay, this is not working. It's saying that it's only reading 33 micro Teslas, but I know for a fact earlier it was reading like 60. Let's see. I'm going to put the phone down real quick. Okay, so what I've done is I put the magnet back where it was, where it started off with, and they just put it into some glue. Anyways, so now have a look at this. Now some of this might be caused from the phone that I'm recording on right now, but it's saying 227 microteslas. So you can see that, and even with my Xperia Z3 all the way, away from this phone, it's at 200 microtesla. So if I take out the magnet, it's back down to 40. So you can see that has a large effect of your accuracy of your compass. So took that out and I'm gonna put it over there. So I installed this. Close that. So now we're back down to with this recording cell phone away from it, 60 microteslas, and even lower now, 53, 54. So anyways, yeah, you can see that's now how I made it so that it comes back to the standby mode where it's slim is I took off the springs. There were 2 springs and there were some rods that held in the pieces against the springs, and I only replaced in 1 spring. And you can kind of see what it's doing. It's not very good here. I'll shine a light on that and let's see if we can't see the details a bit more. Okay. So you can kind of see, let's see. So you can see that there's 1 spring, okay, the spring that on the bottom, well, you can see how it works. So this, okay. So this single spring, this is just one spring, it's kind of bent a little bit backwards, and so this is working against this one right there. So basically, this rod that I'm touching with with this pin right here is pushing this black piece down at all times. And so basically what that makes it do is it makes the least resistant path, or the most natural position, is to push it forward and push that down. So anyways, and then the case itself, I had a cut. You can kind of see where I got a little too happy, and I cut a little bit more than I should have right there. It's just a cut. Like it's not I don't know, it didn't affect the case. It looks kind of bad, but whatever. Whenever I scratch with this case and replace it, I'll just make sure not to be so aggressive with my cutting. But I cut a hole for not only the case, but the liner, that the screen protector that it came with. Now, if you look at the FlyGrip's website, it says that it doesn't adhere very well with phones that have Corning Stone Gorilla Glass on both sides. And I went out to Corning Stone's website, and it is not confirmed that this has the Gorilla Glass. But on some websites, it claims that it does. So I don't know. But anyway, the point is, I was afraid that this 3M VHB tape wouldn't make it stick, but it does. Like it definitely does. And this is not even at its full strength. It takes about 24 hours for it to really set. If you go out to 3M's website, it says that it should be set within 24 hours. So it's only been setting for an hour or so. I put a little weight on there. I mean, you could really use anything. I would think that this is actually a little bit like this. My DeWalt drill is a little bit too heavy for it, to be honest with you. But I put something else. It says you're supposed to put 15 psi on it. So, anyways, so yeah. As far as functionality, everything's functional. Looks like. The case itself, I read a lot of reviews about it, and this is the one that most people bought. I don't like that there's a gap here. You can see that. There's a gap. There's a gap for the magnetic charging dock. I understand that. I wish that they sold a model that didn't have this gap right here, because I hardly ever use the I will probably never use the micro USB port anymore because of the magnetic charging duct port. I mean, and so it would be nice if that was a little bit more firm, because you can't quite see it because my camera quality is really low, but you can see that you can lift up the case and it's just flimsy, and you can bend it down. So like, if the phone fell, sure, the corners will be protected, but the left side will be like not as protected. Like the left side in the middle, like you can see that you can just push it off to the side a little bit, and it like comes off really easy. The right side is not that easy to push off. So yeah, so I put the regular the screen protector that came with the phone. There was one for the front and one for the back. I cut a hole for the FlyGrip and the screen protector, and also in the case. And then I applied the screen protector, let that sit for a little bit, and then I applied the case. And then I put a bunch of weight on top of it all. So, anyways, if you have any questions, let me know. I just thought I should post this because I don't see a lot of people with FlyGrips. I think it's a really good idea. because I drop phones a lot, and I know that this phone has a bad history of not being, like cracked screens or whatever. So basically now, I've got this real estate really, like it's, you can hold it with with two fingers really, and then the other fingers can do all sorts of stuff right there. You got this thumb, you can go all over the place, and yeah. Anyways, hope you all enjoyed it.